And with a big howdy doody there, welcome back. We are finally back to Hearts of Iron 4. If you've been following my channel, you've noticed that I've not been playing Hearts of Iron 4 for about 2 weeks. Reason why, my CPU was trying to commit suicide. And Hearts of Iron, it was not even handling Hearts of Iron. So that was an issue. Obviously, instead of frying my CPU, I went over and played $10 Wars, and that ended up going a lot longer than I thought it probably would. But because I don't give up and I keep going through to the end, we finished that game out and we managed to eke out a victory literally on the final turn. So that was a hell of a good series if you're interested in Age of Gods to End All Wars. Fair warning though, that game is about as unstable as my ex-wife. No, I'm just kidding, I don't have an ex-wife. But if I did, it would probably be that bad. So, one of the things I have considered is, do we do the faster research speed? And you know what? By George, let's do it. It's going to hit the stability twice, and now's the chance we're going to get some of that back and raise our stability as soon as we can. So also, war in Europe is about to kick off, if it has not already. Question mark, look at Germany, can't quite see. But, so just a quick reminder, mostly to myself, what is going on the focuses. We're on the giant wakes. That's good news, which means me spending all of that PP was a very bad move right now. Whoopsie, because I need to save it so then I can go straight into partial mob. So the other thing right now is we're not too worried about stability. We're relatively stable, and we're not producing all that much stuff yet. We're still just doing a little bit of aircraft, a whole bunch of support equipment, getting a good surplus on trucks. But that's really about it. We're just now starting to make military factories, because we're going to be hitting partial mob here. So that was a mistake to hit partial mob, but we'll be okay. The other thing I totally forgot to look at is, oh yeah, we've selected all these. Okay, so we're covered on this front. And we've got Omar Bradley. And we could get some of that. Okay. So we could get to mobile defense, and we should probably want that pretty quickly. But right now, there's no reason to research those ahead of time, so we're not going to. By ahead of time, I mean before the war. You can't. You no longer research doctrines like you used to. Okay, so maybe into aircraft, maybe AA guns. Oh, hello, 1940 medium tank. Well, yes, I think I would like to research you, basic Sherman. Yep, let's do the basic Sherman. Okay, you guys are all good. You're good. Do we need to train any more? Yep. And we're going for a heavily mechanized army, so as soon as we get half tracks done, we are going to start pumping the living bejesus out of them. I'm going to have those, whole bunch of self-propelled guns, and some tanks. What is going on with the supply situation in California? I think that's probably just because you don't like my Navy. I think that's it. Speaking of Navy, what are we pumping right now? We are pumping just a bunch of little destroyers, a whole bunch of destroyers, and a little bit of submarines. We did some convoys earlier. We're up to 836 convoys with 689 in reserve. I'm sure we will need more, but we'll worry about that in a bit. So currently, start going Strat Bomber. And actually, which company did we pick? Oh, we went Boeing. Okay. We're going man mode here, so let's get those going. And let's take a quick look through things here. Navy. Yeah, better destroyers probably be a good plan. Better subs will also be a good plan. I'm actually gonna not do the Navy right now. And you know what? That's what we're doing. I'm gonna go for the Liberator. Tier 2 strap bombers. Okay. So we can do Wartime Industry. And we get General Motors. Factory output 5%. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll end up clearing those two also. And actually, we're not going to go for General Motors right now, just for the simple reason of I wouldn't even be able to select it because we need to hit partial mob first. So taking a quick look at other options, just see what I'm doing. Louisiana maneuvers. So yeah, let's go military construction, get those extra factories. And about to see war in Europe. So we're on civilian economy. We want that partial mob. So that's why I should have been saving up the points. We're going to be a little late on it, but it's not going to be a huge deal. And in fact, basically all of the next techs I should be doing should probably be aircraft here. Just so start working on those. In fact, we're not going to be switching off guns anytime soon. So we'll just be using the Thompsons. So let's actually get a bunch of Thompsons in the stockpile right now. Okay. Then I guess the other thing is, do we need Lend-Lease Act? We need some senators and more representatives to go with us. Okay. So I'm going to let that go right now, and we'll see. Basically, on the difficulty cranked up this high, I just expect Britain to be completely blasted out of North Africa in 2 seconds flat. As soon as Italy joins the war, because that's what tends to happen, but we'll see. And the other thing, too, is there's no phony war when you play on historical Germany. Historical Germany does not care about the phony war. It's going to go and declare on the lowlands basically as soon as it can. Which, of course, is horribly ahistorical, and it should be waiting until about May of 1940. But once again, Germany does not care. There it goes. So they do the Netherlands, they're doing Belgium, and should be Luxembourg in about 2 seconds. Hungary's in the Axis. Got the horrifying sounds of war going. Probably gonna need 2 more of those on trucks. So let's start building up at least a bit more of a surplus there. Netherlands. Okay, there's my queue. Partial mob. Now we're going to be producing a whole lot a day. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factory lines. Just a quick reminder, we covered the entire United States and some real nice infrastructure. We'll need to do some radar stations at a point, but right now, we're just spamming factories on all the interior slots. The reason I'm doing the interior slots is, one, they have all the same of course, infrastructure is the coast, but we can put dockyards in the coast. We cannot put dockyards in the interior, so not that I necessarily need more dockyards right now. I just want to leave my option open, and there's no reason not to. So we'll send you out. Let's take a quick look at some of our counts. Planes, very low. Okay. Look at our naval count. 203 destroyers. Okay. Looking okay there. I don't know how crazy Germany's going to go on U-boats, and I don't know if they're actually any good at it, because it's been a long time since I've played. So we'll see. Of course, actually, that is... So let's take a look. So when we're on... Well, I can't see the isolation. Well, long story short is I think we're good to go then. When you're on isolation, it impacts your, gosh, what I'm looking for, your spy agency construction time. But that's done, so we're going to be able to start spying, and we're going to want to start spying immediately. So we're going to get that going. We make about 29.1k fuel a day, so that's nice. And watch, when we get to war, we're gonna need it. Okay, UK's rubber. Okay. See, Germany goes west even before they go north and do Operation Weisebung and take out Denmark and Norway. But that's how they like doing things. So, taking another quick look at Europe. So Germany just goes beast mode when you crank them up to max, which is, you know, to be expected. I don't know if a same-skilled Germany AI versus a same-skilled Soviet AI would have Germany win or not. I'm not sure. But on this difficulty, they're just going to absolutely wreck. Okay. That's right, we wanted air. And let's take a look at our bonuses. You know what, we should do single-seat fighters because we're going to get the bonus from the UK. And we don't want that to get wasted on the Airacobra instead of the Mustang. So, doing okay there. Working on strat bombers. And a little early, so we're going to do US Ace. Okay. I think that's probably enough trains in reserve. Could probably 2 more trucks just to be safe. We're going to go 1 more on scout planes to be safe. And see, we're just going to be filling out factories like absolute mad here. So let's go there. Okay, Office and Strategic Service, done. Intelligence. I guess we'll form a cryptology department first. It's arguably the most important, just so we can start. And France down. Fiji formed. Is Italy in? Yes, Italy's in the war. So, they're already at El Alamein. And there goes El Alamein. Easy come, easy go. Let's see if I can I send you Lend-Lease? I can. But of course, I can't see what you actually need, because we're not in a faction yet. So the question becomes, what do I send you? At 20 to 30. Well, you're way down in the air war. Okay. Okay, we'll probably start Lend-Leasing in a little bit here. So I've got very mixed feelings regarding Lend-Lease in this game, mostly because the AI is just not the greatest at using it. They're not the greatest geniuses when it comes to it. You know, if you would always have an AI that faithfully used it, you wouldn't have an issue about sending it. The fact that AI is a little bit squirrely with it is, of course, a great cause for concern. Mexican oil nationalized. I guess we can do the embargo. I think that's the historical option. Once again, not 100% sure. Hey, we can get a spy. I don't see any of yours look particularly interesting, so let's go spy on Germany. Cryptology. Hey, extraction. That's good. Yeah, I should probably do naval, because we will need to make sure we do get our carrier aircraft going sooner than later. That's one of those things, every once in a while I'll just completely forget about it, and then of course you're kicking yourself. Double the encryption. Now let's start being able to spy better, but we want to start decrypting you. Germany, because they're the big bads right now. Because Japan would never be foolish enough to attack us. Wink, wink. Okay, aid Britain. Base war support. Okay. Emergency arms delivery. Okay. You can't do Operation Catapult yet, but emergency arms delivery. Alright, let's do it. So we're about to be doing half tracks in mass. We're probably going to seriously stick like 40 factories on half tracks as soon as we get it done. And the question is, do I use my points to design the half track? And I just don't think so at this stage. The reason being, it's awfully expensive, and we're going to need those points more on... I'd rather pay higher production costs here and not completely upgrade this, because of course we will be going to the better half tracks eventually. And that's not an issue right now. Trade with you. Okay. It's a little ahead of time. You're ahead of time. I'll give us some better options for our... Or I can do a Thunderbolt. No. Let's do the 20. And we're just going to go down the line. Let's take a look at Germany's economy, see what we can see. Not much. A lot of factories. This counts maybe about 100, 120 tops civilian. I'm at more at 158. Of course, he's got about 3 times the military count, but we'll be catching that up pretty quick here. U.S. ACE projects. Wartime Industry. We will need to get that soon. Not right now, though. Lend-Lease Act, we can do. Now, the ironic part is, do I actually need that? Because I think I just Lend-Lease the UK right now. I mean, for RP reasons, I guess I probably should take that. And we'll definitely want that soon. Think. Yeah, we'll take it for RP reasons. So. Okay, Mexico, calm down. Let's take a look. We do want to do the improved working conditions, and we want to do it now before things get too crazy. So, because that will help our stability. Because once we hit the war, and as we get closer to the war, we're pumping out more and more things. So, Let's take a look. I can't quite see what they're doing. Okay, convoy warfare, submarine. Okay, they are going full subs, which makes sense for them. So you know what? Let's wait until we start doing the new planes, and then we'll start leasing those planes over. Okay, need rubber. Of course, we're not trading with them. We will trade with British Malaya. So, of course, the issue with Malaya, and I realize I just said Malaya. The issue with Malaya is we need to get our butts over there very quickly before we lose it. Otherwise, we're going to be very, very sad. And the reason why we'd be incredibly sad is that's like a huge source of rubber. And if we let Japan just completely take out those two sources of rubber in the game, we're basically going to have things shut down. It's basically going to shut down our entire war economy when it comes to anything using rubber, and it's game over. So we're not doing that. Marines. Now that's the question. Do I want actually normal, quote-unquote, Marines on foot, or do I want the better Amtraks? We'll see. There's our army department. So we're just going to keep banging those out. Yep. No, next about nothing about the Germans. See, that's another thing, too. The AI likes picking static warfare, I think, on any country. Because this is like Germany. The antithesis of Germany is static warfare. I mean, when you think about Germany and World War II, they're all about, go, 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 maneuver, until they decide Stalingrad was a good idea. But up until then, it's all about go, 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 maneuver, outflank the enemy, don't get caught in, pitch set piece battles like fighting for a major city. Instead, keep going. But it's interesting. They also picked Porsche, which is interesting. Can't see. UK, static warfare. Static warfare. They don't teach you doesn't have anything yet. They don't have anything yet there either. Also, everybody and their mother's picking bold attack, I just realized. Wait, what did we pick? For RP reasons, we picked meticulous preparation, so extra to planning and logistics. Ah, yes.
Ready, sir.
Oh yeah, here's all of our troops. Everyone should be training.
Ready to move.
So, let's get you guys training. The other thing too, I cannot afford to spend this off because I'm going to be designing a whole bunch of divisions. Okay, there's my tank. Speaking of the other things I have to design, improved medium howitzer. Do you have the medium cannon? So let's design our Sherman. So part of the problem is I would use the historical version of the Sherman, but they don't have one, so I can't. Wait a second. Why are you showing this body? So that's the Sherman body. Okay. All right. Boop. Let's give it the good radio. The basic medium cannon. Where's the improved medium cannon coming from? That's an improved heavy cannon. Oh, it's all the way from down there. Well, we're not going to get there yet, so... Or there. Still ahead of time. Okay, so we're going to go with just the basic gun. That'll be okay. beam cannon. Give it the radio. Not doing riveted armor. We could do welded. Excuse me, I think we will do welded. Yeah, I mean, you can do cast, but if your armor's not much of a difference, cast is just really not worth it. An extra 2 defense, an extra 2 breakthrough, it's not much. Yeah, let's go welded. What the heck's the Sherman model? No. Oh, yeah, right there. It's the last one. Okay. Bogey suspension. Do they have the infamous Christie suspension? I think they had Christie suspensions. And of course, someone's going to light me up for not knowing in the chat, but you know. Because the Christie suspension's an American invention. Shit, it even says it right there. Developed by an American inventor, this suspension allows for exceptionally high speeds. Alright, well, so we're going with it. It's American made. I think it's the historical one. Not sure. Let's throw the extra machine guns on it. Because it did have an extra machine gun. What else do we want? Sloped armor? Yeah, the thing's got sloped armor. Do that, and... I know they used wet ammo storage at some point. That wasn't the beginning. Maybe we'll throw some extra ammo on for now? I don't know about smoke launchers. Do they have smoke launchers? We'll go extra ammo for now. Okay. What's that? Yeah. Get the armor going. Okay. So you're at 7.9 speed right now. Bring you down your 8.1. So I think I'll keep you right there. Keep you at 99 armor. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We'll have to upgun you later. This is a 2-man turret. We want a 3-man turret. That was a mistake. So we need to take off some extra armor. You're 8.1. No, you're at 7.8. 7.8 enough? No, let's keep you at 8.1. So your armor is 88.8. That's pretty good breakthrough. 75% reliability. Yeah, I don't want to do the wet ammunition yet because I don't know if the Shermans had them yet. I know they have them eventually, but I don't know if they have them yet. So, and gas tanks. I'm assuming the Americans use gas. Once again, I'm not actually sure. Not a huge difference either way. There's our tank designed. Costs 48, and well, that is not the right. Hold on. There's a whole bunch of German designs here. Is that the Sherman side profile? Oh, looks more like a Grant side profile. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Okay. So there's the Sherman. No chromium on that bad boy, so that's good. So we'll get 20 of those going. And for our divisions, we're just going to use the Towed anti-air guns. We do want some tank destroyers. So because we want some tank destroyers, we're going to wait and do that first. Okay, Boeing Flying Fortress. You're out. How much bombing do you add? 2.2? You know what? We're not going to do that yet because we need to make sure the fighters get upgraded. So we're going to hit that. Boop. That's why we're going to need to be doing some of those aluminum builds eventually. But just need tons of half-tracks and tons of tanks right now. Okay, there's the Winter War kicking off late. So one of the big things is we're playing with concentrated industry, which is you should not do if you're playing the power game, don't ever use it. Almost never use it. You know, never say never, but almost never use it because it's not as good as dispersed when you're going to change things up. Now, I am playing historically. I am intentionally nerfing myself in several ways, and that is one of the ways I am doing it. But if you are looking to, quote unquote, get better at the game, use dispersed. It just has the most flexibility and is quite good. So we're definitely going to need some more convoys at some point. We're fine for now. More speed. You don't need those yet. Doing that. We're not doing rocket launchers. You're okay. You're okay. We'll need to do those too eventually. Need to start working our special forces eventually. We'll need to do that eventually. And I think that eventually is now. No, it's not. Let's keep these going. The heavy fighters are just absolutely wonderful for the Pacific. If you've never used them there, the range is quite good. Okay. Let's take a look at our enemies now that we've got that. Still can't see much. We know there's about 60 there. We know there's about maybe up to 300 in Japan. Of course, we're at 374 and climbing, so not too worried. Keep training. And then as soon as it ticks over to 1941, I will actually organize my armies and ship them out because Japan will declare war on me early. The main house rule I'm going to have is I can't station a whole bunch of stuff all over the Pacific. So I have to just use what I have out in the Pacific currently. Now, as soon as the war kicks off, I can send troops overseas anywhere I want. But at the beginning, I cannot. Mend the budget, quite good. I'm doing the Lend-Lease Act to nerf me. Okay. Wartime Industry next might be the correct move. Because I think it is. We'll look at some of the other ones later. Yeah, it's Wartime Industry next. Okay, there's our good Airacobras. We're going to be pumping those a whole bunch. So do the 5 agility on them. Best 5 points you can spend on an aircraft on the single-seat fighters just to give them some extra potency. So watch, we're going to go from 2 a day down to 4 a week. That's my point. It absolutely just neuters your efficiency. So that's why you've got to be a little bit strategic with what you do it on. And that's why you try to rush into the 1940 techs as quick as possible, so you can get that efficiency up back in time for the war. Okay, so wartime there. And you know what? Do I start working? That's 12 civilian factories. Now, these guys are relatively cheap. Could do research grants. That speeds up our research. You know what? I kind of like research grants. The reason being, I don't think I need any other votes. I did selective service. I don't need any votes for anything else. I don't. So, because of that, Let's do it. So let's amend the budgets. And research grants. And you know what? Develop a little bit of aluminum. Okay. And because of that, just going to keep developing those. Now, of course, it's 12 factories for 30 days. I mean, it's not cheap. And it's going to keep increasing in cost. But we do want that aluminum. Because we'll see, the worst case scenario is we might just end up having to solo Germany effectively by ourselves if they just kill Russia off too quickly. And I am planning to need to do that. Okay, that's good. Is anyone even spying on me? Little to no subversive activity. Well, that means passive defense, not worth it. Other things. Localized recruitment choices, new. Let's go radio interception. Oh, cryptology. Let's do radio interception first, because we are working on Germany. Okay, there's my... What's that? That's good. Now, I'm trying to think here. We're making heavily mechanized divisions because of the United States, but do we even bother making these, or do we just make... How do we just make better version with armor on it? No, we'll make these for now. Well, hold on. See how many trucks I have. Okay, so here's the debate that's going on in my mind, so I don't sound completely scattered to somebody watching this. Oh, I think I made a mistake. I think I did plan on... Yep, I definitely planned on going to rockets. Whoopsie doody. Or actually, maybe I just skip that and go straight to self-propelled guns? Oh, that's an interesting thought. Okay, so let me unpack the thoughts there because there's a lot going on. First thing I was looking at is whether I want to produce the towed the AA guns. So these can be towed via truck. Now, at the same time, you could instead make, of course, the anti-air, like the Wind would be the equivalent. I'm trying to remember what the hell the American one was called. So let's just show you in the tank designer what I'm talking about. So we can go here, and instead of that, we can say, hey, let's go small armaments. And where is it? Approved anti-air gun. So we can suddenly go, you're going to be an anti-air mech armored piece. And you know what? I think we're going to do that. So I don't think I'm going to produce those. I think I'll design and I'll start making these. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. At the same time, I could research more artillery or rocket artillery, or I could just make self-propelled guns. And again, let's just make the self-propelled guns. So that's my thought there. Because on the self-propelled guns, though, we still have to come down the main artillery line of things, because they give the bonuses. Now, interesting enough, in this line, it gives bonuses to self-propelled guns. This line, it gives bonuses to the tank destroyers. See where I'm going with this? This line, doesn't give any bonuses to the self-propelled anti-aircraft guns. Curious. I wonder if it's an oversight. Of course, I don't know that for sure, but it feels to me like it's an oversight. But there's that, regardless. Yes. Let's make our Grumman Wildcats. Okay. So we don't forget about that. And, oh, that's right. All the models don't change, then it'd be Hellcats eventually. So we'll get that researching now, because we'll need probably 2 factories each on those. Actually, no, can't start you training yet. Wow, it's a miracle they've retaken El Alamein. I'm very impressed. Did not see that coming at all. I actually didn't. That's not sarcasm. Most of the time, element goes, kiss it goodbye, that's it. So you know what? We'll just keep self-propelled guns with that, and probably should be making some rocket artillery, though, the more I think about it. We'll see. I'll have to think on that. Because if we do any airborne, that's about like their only source of big-time AA they can get. We'll do the control computer. There's the Mariner. Let's do the Avenger. Okay. We'll upgrade you, of course. One of the things you'll notice, too, is you assume that, like, the naval bombers would have great range. They really don't. So if you can upgrade the naval, you know, let me rephrase. They don't have great range, especially when it comes to regards of the Pacific. So long term, getting those guys some serious range is worth it. Of course, as the U.S., I am just completely short on all sorts of experience because I'm not directly in the war. So, and I could lend-lease, but I'm very nervous about lend-leasing because the AI tends to be very bad at how they employ the stuff you send them. So, let's take a quick look. Any other things I need to be producing? B-38 Lightning still going. Attack bomber still going. Scout plane. It's the old carrier naval bomber we're not doing. Okay. Anti-tank guns. No, we'll do tank destroyers instead. Because like I said, we're just going for basically fully mechanized forces here. It's going to be expensive divisions, but we're the U.S., we can afford to pay. So, I guess that brings up, should I start making the tank destroyers now, or should I wait? Proved heavy can't. No, I think I start making my tank destroyer now. I think I design all my things now. And I can upgun later. Okay. So, that's what we're going to do. You're going to be a tank destroyer we are designing first. The M18. I think that's the Wolverine. Heavy armaments. Oh, we need to fix superstructure, of course, first. There's our medium fixed superstructure. Improved heavy cannon. Yep. And we give you a squeeze bore adapter. Do we need to? Piercing 165. Defense off attack. You got sloped armor still. Lux defense. Yeah, I think you're okay. So let's get a better matching model, of course. That might be the good choice. Actually, that's what it's flagging right now for us, so. Okay. It only cost us 3 points. It's not bad at all. Bit costly, though. Probably could have upgunned him a little bit. Okay. Speaking of upgunning, let's take a look. Medium howitzer. Boop. Because you are, of course, now going to be our SPG. That's a single point to do. That's not bad at all. We'll find that crazy looking model. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should be... for a little stubby. Okay. You're there. You change your model, of course. Okay. And then our final one. And this is what I'm wondering. Should I just make it a light tank base for the... You know what? We'll just stick with the medium. It's just cheaper to stick with the medium. Improved anti-air gun. What's going on? How come I can't switch to the anti-air roll? That was... I guess I can't use the fixed... Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's what's doing it. So we switch you to what? Back to that. Okay. Is our anti-air? I feel like sloped armor is kind of wrong for this. Maybe some smokes? No. Dozer blade? No. Squeeze board? No. Give you some wood ammo. Looking for the best fit here. You've got a quad on the back. Oh, you're the best fit, derp. Okay. Armor's a little bit lower. But there you go. GMAC for the anti-air. Wait a second. Where is this? I wish they would just link the model, the icon, with the model you choose. So that make it come in and select the exact one. Well, you know, that's fine for now. And that is definitely not the right model, but I'm not finding it. And, well, let's take another quick look. Not seeing it. Nah, okay. So that's fine, but we need to get these guys in production also. Whoa, it's pretty expensive anti-air. Very expansive tank destroyer too, actually. Okay. We'll of course get those going after. Shermans. So, just keep producing. Nearly done setting up the half tracks, which is key, because we got to be making so many of those. It may seem like I'm insane for putting 30 factories on them, but considering all of our divisions are going to be based off that, nope. Speaking of divisions, let's make them. So, let's start with the base division. They're going to be getting... not armored recon. We're not producing any light, so we're going to be getting motorized recon. Engineer. Logi. Signal. And you know, we're probably going to do maintenance, and I forgot to do maintenance so far. So we're going to just set that up, though. The mobile battalions. You guys are all half-tracks. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Mechanized. Mechanized. So let's go ahead and save that. And we are going to duplicate you. We're going to call you Mechanized Division. And we're going to give you mechanized names. It's amazing how that works. Okay. So this is our mechanized division. Now it's a bad half-track model we don't like too much. Well, we're sticking with that for now, apparently. Oh, that's right, we've not introduced any of the other stuff. So, this is the mechanized division. We're going to give him some, of course, medium self-propelled anti-tanks. We're going to give him some anti-air tank destroyer. You're going to be 20 combat with. We need to bulk you up a little bit, though. So we'll give you an extra mech. Give you 2 extra mechs, puts you about 24 combat with, which I think is a nice number. So, gives you pretty good soft attack. Of course, a good chunk of it's coming from the medium self-propelled artillery guns. And you know what? Do we go up to 27 combat with and give you 1 extra self-propelled gun? It's free to add. I'm trying to think. I think we do. We'll do that. So, going to need lots of medium self-propelled artillery, but we're the United States, we can produce that. So we're going to change your name, because you're no longer the Armored Division. Oh, or are we? No. Yeah, you're still the Armored. I'm trying to think what's cheaper, just to use this. And then swap some things out. Now we'll duplicate you. Okay. We'll call you Armored. And specifically, well, we can't call the old one Armor, so we gotta call it something else. So we'll call it the Not Division, because that's not one of our divisions. Amazing how that works. Okay. Definitely take that off, so I'm not, you know, to put you on low priority, so I'm not even looking at you. So, we of course need to trim. Okay. That's 10 points there, so that's 2 armored battalions. And we need to reduce the amount of mech. In fact, do we even need a tank, medium tank destroyer with these guys? Probably not. So we'll switch you over. And I'll switch you over. So that'll leave us 2 self-propelled guns. The AA. Yeah. Okay. And I'll give you the nice Sherman model. Where the hell's the Sherman model? Oh. Okay. And you, on the other hand, will get the self-propelled gun model. Yep. Well, there's our self-propelled gun we're using. And we're using the self-propelled guns just because they look way better. Okay. Time to start training these. Oh, that's right. We need to change your name again. Helps if I can spell. Yes, there's no U in there. Sorry, Brits. Doing the American version. And it's a little few too many. Okay. Time to get those divisions cranking. Wait a second. Okay, there's those divisions. We're getting them going. It's going to take a while to train. And then, of course, we need to start building a whole lot of stuff. But we will be getting our capacity to do that. Okay. Well, there's that. It's a white piece, so the fins out held out long enough. Take a look at who we'd like to recruit next. Honestly, it's not going to matter. You're all the same. And you get to go to Japan, Grandma. Good luck. Yeah, with Grandma being sent to Japan, we wish her luck, and we'll see you in the next episode.